Okay, now let's shift gears a little bit and talk about active listening. Because just as talking is important, listening is important. You know that adage, God gave you one mouth and two ears for a reason? Active listening is really, really critical. So there's a lot we can do when we're listening, and there's a lot that you're doing that tells me whether you're paying attention, not paying attention, interested or not interested. So, you see, that always gets everybody to be prepared. So, who can tell us, how do you know when somebody's really listening to you? What do you look for?
Eye contact.
Eye contact, perfect.
They repeat what I said to them in their own words.
So they paraphrase.
Yeah, paraphrase.
Excellent. Okay. Nod their head.
Make little comments like, yeah.
Yeah, or say, mm-hmm, yeah, throughout the time. Yeah.
Ask questions about what you're saying to get further information what you're saying.
Yeah. So the last question to like clarify or understand. Perfect. Anybody have any else?
Or like actions speak louder than words, so you know that they've done it.
So as you're talking about the trash, they'll start taking it up.
Yeah.
Or they'll brush the dog hair right now.
Or you don't have to mention the trash next week.
Yes. Well, actions do speak really loudly, and all of the things that you talked about are verbal and some of the nonverbal ways we tell people we're listening. If you want to listen to someone and you want to have a good conversation, do several things. Make sure that you're making eye contact. Nod or say mm-hmm as they're talking, and say it in a way where they know you mean it. Don't say mm-hmm, because they know you're not sincere, right? And that hits on some of the points we talked about earlier. So you have to really mean whatever you're doing or saying. Okay, I get it, I understand. Ask questions, paraphrase, perfect ways to show somebody you're listening. Another great thing to do is to substitute the word and for but. In a conversation, we'll be saying something like, maybe your significant other will say, how about if I go play poker with the guys on Friday night? And you have planned that you're going to have dinner, or you're going to do several things around the house, or you're going to start to clean the garage on Friday night. P.S. Never start to clean the garage on a Friday night. So, out of anger, you might say, well, you could go and play poker with the guys, but you promised me, and you've been promising me for weeks that we're going to clean that garage. I don't know when that's supposed to happen. There's a lot going on in that kind of exchange. But if you can substitute the word but with and, you're going to get a whole lot of a better response. I think it'd be great for you to play poker with the guys and help me with the garage this weekend. So how should we schedule that? So, twist it so that it's kind of okay, so that works really well. We talked about paying attention to your body language, focusing on what your partner is saying. And this is, I asked my husband to read this actually. He's like, so you're telling them all the things you say to me. And I said, well, But focus on what your partner is saying. You can always look at the TV remote or look for it later. I mean, if you were trying to tell me something that was really important, something that happened during your day, and I was saying, yeah, okay, so tell me more. Sounds good. I mean, you would know I'm not listening to you. So you have to actually be there and be present and be listening. Okay, now, one critical thing for us is that, and there's a little bit of a gender difference here, when men hear what women are saying, for the most part, they try to come up with a solution. They want to fix it. They think when you're just venting that they're supposed to come up with a solution for your problems. So when you're saying, so I was standing there and, she was right next to me. She could have helped me. I'm putting all these files away. I'm trying to sort and organize everything. And she's just standing there checking her phone, looking at her instant messages. And I couldn't believe it. He's going to be trying to actively think about what you can do to solve that problem. So sometimes you need to just tell people, I just want to kind of download right now and just vent. You don't have to solve this. I don't expect you to know everything or fix it. And nobody should expect that of you. None of us is perfect. None of us says the perfect thing, does the perfect thing, has the perfect answer all of the time. So no one should expect that of you, and you shouldn't expect that of anybody else. And if you can tell your spouse or partner that, how relieved they'll feel that they no longer have to be Mr. Wizard, Mr. Fix-It, or Mrs. Wizard, Mrs. Fix-It. They don't have to know everything. Okay. Now, number 6 is avoid listening like a lawyer, judge, or a detective. Okay. You are not there to do fact-finding. You're not there to decide if somebody is good, bad, or otherwise. You're just there to try and help people as they go along. Repeat what you've said so you know that the other person has heard. And the best example is to repeat what you've heard and show what you understand. The very most important thing you can do is talk to somebody's feelings first and then talk about the content. It's not about the toothpaste cap. It's not about the rugs on the floor. It's about how they're feeling. So if you can say, I'm sorry I've hurt you by making you feel like you can't come in here and hug me when I'm when I'm getting ready in the morning. I want you to. And I'm going to put things down on the floor so you can walk in here without getting your socks all wet. Talk to the emotion first.
That never happened, but okay.
Okay, try it and let me know. Talk to the emotion first
Yeah.
and then talk about the content.